Fresh air. No longer contaminated by that stink of decayed civilization within the Scarlands. Instead, the air is filled with the scent of freshly grown peaches and rye, almost an olfactory reminder of the American South. At this first stop on the pirate road trip, the Terror is landing. Before I've done so much as describe the landing, the Fast is already out filling the fridge with fresh meat. Fantastic! As I was saying, the Terror landed at an abandoned colony. Who knows why the previous occupants left this immaculate parcel of land behind? I can only assume that they left for even greener pastures. Bandits! Billy, get your mama, get your sister. You get them to safety. I'll hold them off here for as long as I can. What you say? This old colony holds a couple of treasures that I will happily take. Inside an abandoned home, 2 books are found. One is a masterwork book on grilling, and the other is a legendary recreation book called Considerate Detachment. It's an epic poem, rivaling that of the Iliad and Beowulf, covering a villager as he wanders in search of closure from a past event. It's a thoughtful exploration of the human spirit, with unpredictable but inevitable plot twists. There is no author or other markings indicating who wrote it. Billy? I'm finally coming home. I leave behind my life story for whoever may find it. And my favorite cookbook. The old electrical system has been left behind as well. I'll disassemble the solar panels for parts and move the battery once we end. The Fast has angered the local Muffalo population yet again. Keep up the good work. Where was I? Oh, yes, the battery will get moved later on. Coming directly from the stockpiles, I have 131 graph tiles, so I'll add some additions to the ship. The first thing to add is a wind turbine branching off the side of the ship. I wanted to work on other things before this, but it seems as though I have misplaced my portable generator. I'd also like to beef up the gas tank on the Terror, so I expand that room with another tank. Once done, I have more room for storage, so I rearrange the shelves, not knowing that moving a loaded shelf causes its contents to explode out onto the floor. Help! Can't breathe! An influx of muffalo, peaches, rye, and peppers means that the fridge needs expanding as well. Space for 5 new shelves ought... You can't keep doing this, man! I got other shit to do! Do you know how fucking hard it is to get shots of the base and plan everything out when I have to micromanage your ass every 5 fucking minutes so you don't get mauled by a fucking muffalo? Come on, dude! You have 14 shooting and a fucking charge rifle! You know what? F it. Iguanas. You're hunting those now. No revenge chance for you to f up. Collins, is that a fucking camera? Oh, you better not be recording me, I s***. My rage at the Fast's inability to hunt properly reminds me that there's still a battery to move onto the ship. Little Dull spearheads the construction of that room and shows that at least some crew members can do things right. The other wild woman, Barbara, is released from prison, having finally accepted our ideology. I assign her to medical and mining. Directly to the south of the battery room is where the new barracks is being built. This one is larger than the last one by 4 beds, and the crew gets the luxury of a single dresser. The old one gets converted into more hallway space with shelves and workbenches. Then comes the night of December 7th. An incredibly handsome stranger approaches the ship. Dressed in a full burgundy suit, he titles himself a deal maker. He wants to join us, and all he asks for is simple hospitality. He's skilled in everything to an unnatural degree, with his lowest stat all the way up at 14. He's also beautiful, a pyromaniac, has a perfect memory, and is industrious. He introduces himself as King Stoker, but asks that I call him Writhe. It would be insane to pass up a crew member like this, so the Fast welcomes him aboard. Collins insists that he can't be trusted. What a silly thought. Now seems like a good time to throw her into jail to convert to our ideology. Writhe can take over her research in the meantime. In the barracks, the other crew members keep their distance from him. They say something is wrong. They caught him staring into space rather than sleeping. They said that when he breathed, a faint high-pitched grinding sound could be heard, like nails upon a chalkboard. Oh, looks like it's the 9th already. Where did the time go? Well, I suppose it's finally time to get moving towards the second stop. This next map is a crater with abundant wildlife and caves filled with insects. I set the terror down next to a patch of fertile soil, as I'm running low on psychoid and heal root, so I'll stay here a bit longer in order to get some grown. The terror needs to be defended against raiders as well as insects, so I wall off the cave and get started on a basic kill box. The murder hallway gets built, but before I've cleared it of trees and stone chunks, the first raid shows up, and unluckily, they've got grenades. Barbara is the first to get down, and she starts to crawl away to safety. To prevent further damage from the grenades, I have everyone fall back around the corner. The bandits then come around one at a time, which allows them to be dispatched with relative ease. From the raid, I get a chain shotgun and take Mooney as a prisoner. He's got a 12 in social and is psychically hypersensitive, so that puts him as a prime candidate for becoming a psycaster. I check over the crew as well, and while they're banged up, there's no permanent injuries. During this raid, 2 quests had popped up, but I was too busy to take a look until now. The first is another Gravcore quest at a mechanoid relay. It might be a while until I address that, as mechanoids are quite a bit tougher than the basic stockpile drones. The second is a 9-year-old named Fisher calling for help because he's being chased by a pack of manhunting wolverines. The quest had to be accepted within 7 hours of it showing up. Unfortunately, that was 8 hours ago. Oh, finally, a moment to myself. Ooh, better check on my notifications.
You have 1 new voice message.
Oh God, they're everywhere! There's so many of them!
I'm sure he's fine. That night, a lump of gray flesh is found in the doorway to the barracks. The crew all begin to point fingers at Writhe. I'm ashamed at how narrow-minded they can be, but I'm nothing if not thorough. So, the Awful does a surgical inspection on him. To no one's surprise, it comes up clean. I would do more surgical inspections, but the chunk of flesh is mysteriously missing the next morning. Later that day, Writhe is in the prison trying to show Collins the error of her ways. When she unrelentingly accuses him of being a monster, it turns out that I was the one wrong. As a metal horror emerges from within him, the prisoners attempt to defend themselves as a now cured Writhe attempts to crawl to safety. I draft some crew members and have them put down the abomination. To my surprise, not much damage is done, with the exception of the Fast losing a toe. Writhe was the name of a man controlled by a metal horror. I grant him a new name, the Metal, for no one can destroy the Metal. I then promote him to be the leader of the guerrilla gang, and welcome him as the new top dog. Evidently, the prisoners, having just fought for their life against the metal horror, do not like this, as after he's promoted, they stage a prison break. I send some of the crew after them, armed with only melee weapons so as to not cause much damage. But that doesn't stop Misty from chopping Kaviz's arm off. Hey, buddy, how you doing? So sorry about how all this went down. Just wanted to, give this to you, in case you wanted to keep it for sentimental reasons. A pigskin raid shows up, and I'm excited since I have a couple of cards up my sleeve. As they're preparing for the raid, I send Dole down south. There's just enough range on her animal war call ability to target a Meadowav. As it begins attacking the pigskin, it causes my true target, a Feralisk, to flee into Dole's range. I hit it with an animal war call as well. The giant spider kills 1 raider and injures 3 more before it's killed. Once the raid begins, the pigskins are no match due to their injuries, and flee after the crew get a handful of shots in. Then it's a couple of days of plain old work. During this period, I get some shooting targets set up, new turrets for the ship, and release Collins, who will now be assigned to cooking and mining. During this time, Dole ages up to 13 years old. Turning from the ruins of my home, I set my feet upon the path of wrath and blood to hunt those... Sound asleep, huh? Good night, little cub. Oh my God, you're huge! Then something surprising happened. 2 of the crew members became lovers, and for one of them, it wasn't the first time. They grow up so fast! The Fast and Collins! Oh my. I built them a temporary bedroom outside of the ship so that they can get the mood buff from sleeping in the same bed. I would have made it from steel, but I'm running remarkably low. There's a strip mine on the right side of the map, but I haven't run into any steel yet. Luckily, there is one location on the map with more steel than I have storage space for, the insect caves. I would open it up and take on the insects, but over the course of being here, there's been a handful of infestations that have swelled the bugs' numbers larger than I can handle. Using my vast knowledge of RimWorld war crimes, I come up with a solution. It should burn hot enough to take them all out. A couple of minutes pass with the inferno growing more and more intense. It does the job of killing the insects, but then causes another issue. For some reason, steel walls are very flammable. Then I ironically get hit by a black hive raid. The raid is definitely the easiest one that's happened on this map, but in the time that it takes to deal with it, the fire spreads to the trees surrounding the room. In a last-ditch effort, I scramble to have Dole and Sarah move some fire from poppers, but I'm luckily saved by a rainy thunderstorm. With the fires out and the temperature back down to normal, I send the mining team into the cave to clean out the steel. The last event of interest on this map is a quest to allow a sanguiphage meeting on the Terror. I accept for some LTECs and a volumetric power cell. The volumetric power cell is phenomenal, as it gives 450 more watts of power, but doesn't need anything besides a space to place it. On the 11th of April, May 5501, all of the remaining crops are harvested. With that done, it's time to go to the Ancient Reactor. Oh, wait. Looks like the Terror's range is just about 3 tiles too short. The options are now Scarlands, a desert, or arid shrublands. I'll take arid shrubland as that seems the least hostile.
Oh, it would appear that we've been left behind.
What do we do now?
We could practice shooting.
I figured you'd say that. First time. Kept you waiting, huh? At the last stop, there's not actually much here. There are basic resources like steel, wood, and a couple of donkeys to hunt, but the shelves are full from the last stop. I do get another Graphcore quest, this time for the Frozen Terraformer. Other than that, it just ends up being 2.5 days of fishing and target practice.
Oh, thank God, an event! Oh, a psychic suit. Well, that's good. Good.
Like I said, nothing really happened. What does happen this time is that I remembered to pack all of my furniture from outside the ship before leaving, but I can't help but feel like I still forgot something. Oh my God. I think that was one of the best naps I've ever had. That's weird. I could have sworn that this is exactly where we parked. Wait a minute. Did I get left behind? Oh, so that's how it feels. Well, I guess that's the end of the episode. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Guess I have to take a walk. Only a few tiles away. Hope to see you next time.